Purpose goes beyond personal achievement. It is the driving force behind the positive impact we have on the world around us. It shifts the focus from self-centered goals to a broader vision that considers how we can contribute to others and create a lasting legacy. When we live with purpose, we are not only motivated by personal gain, but also by the desire to serve, uplift, and inspire others. Purpose gives us a reason to reach beyond our own lives and impact the lives of those around us in meaningful ways. Living with purpose compels us to ask deeper questions. How can I make a difference? How can I use my talents, knowledge, and resources to create change? These are the questions that fuel acts of kindness, innovation, and social change. Whether it's through small, every gestures of kindness or large-scale efforts to address systemic issues, purpose drives us to create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond our own existence. Look at figures like Mother Teresa, whose sense of purpose in serving the poor and sick became the foundation of her entire life. Her purpose wasn't self-serving. It was about seeing the dignity in every human being, regardless of their circumstances. She didn't need recognition or material wealth to feel fulfilled. Instead, her purpose was rooted in service, and in that service, she found deep meaning. Her life has inspired millions to dedicate themselves to helping others, showing how purpose can inspire collective action and compassion. The concept of purpose in service is also supported by research. Studies in the field of social psychology have shown that people who engage in prosocial activities, those that help others, experience greater happiness and fulfillment. Serving others creates a sense of connectedness and belonging, which enhances our well-being. It gives our lives a sense of direction and fulfillment that cannot be achieved through personal success alone. Purpose in service doesn't have to be grand to be impactful. It can be found in everyday acts of kindness, whether it's volunteering, mentoring someone in need, or simply being a supportive friend. These seemingly small actions have a profound effect on both the giver and the receiver. They create a sense of community and connection, and in doing so, they bring purpose to life. Furthermore, living with purpose encourages us to align our personal goals with the greater good. It helps us make decisions that not only serve our own interests, but also the interests of others. It pushes us to use our strengths, skills, and resources in ways that contribute to a positive change in the world. This could mean using a platform to speak on important issues, developing innovations that improve lives, or simply being a presence of encouragement and support to those who need it most. Purpose gives us a reason to look beyond ourselves and see how we fit into the larger web of human connection. It reminds us that the impact we have on others is the true measure of our success. Whether large or small, the contributions we make to the world can outlast us, leaving a legacy that reflects the deeper meaning we've found in living a purposeful life. Purpose serves as a powerful antidote to fear. It provides a sense of clarity and direction that empowers us to confront challenges, step out of our comfort zones, and pursue our dreams with courage. Fear often paralyzes us, keeping us stuck in self-doubt and hesitation. We become afraid of failure, rejection, or the unknown. But when we are rooted in our purpose, fear loses its grip over us. We gain the confidence to take risks, to make bold moves, and to step into situations that may once have seemed daunting. The connection between purpose and fear is a transformative one. When we are clear about why we are doing something, the stakes become larger than our own comfort. We recognize that the consequences of inaction or avoidance are greater than the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. Purpose gives us a reason to push past fear because we understand that the cost of inaction is far greater than the risk of trying and failing. When we are driven by something greater than our own fears, whether it's a vision, a calling, or a deep desire to contribute, fear becomes a temporary obstacle, not a permanent barrier. Think of someone like Steve Jobs, whose purpose in revolutionizing technology pushed him to take enormous risks. Jobs' vision for Apple wasn't about simply creating gadgets. It was about changing the way people interacted with technology, making it accessible, intuitive, and transformative. Despite facing numerous failures and setbacks throughout his career, his purpose kept him moving forward. It was this unwavering commitment to his vision that enabled him to overcome the fear of failure and rejection that so often accompanies innovation. Research in psychology also highlights how a strong sense of purpose helps mitigate fear. According to Dr. Carol Riff's studies on psychological well-being, individuals with a clear sense of purpose tend to exhibit higher resilience in the face of adversity. They are better equipped to manage stress and overcome fear because their actions are aligned with their core values and long-term vision. When fear arises, those with purpose are able to see beyond the immediate discomfort and focus on the bigger picture, which fuels their perseverance and determination. Fear often arises from uncertainty, the unknowns that lie ahead, but purpose provides a roadmap for navigating through that uncertainty. It offers clarity when things feel chaotic and helps us make decisions that align with our greater vision. With purpose as our guide, we become less afraid of what lies ahead because we know that we are walking a path that is true to who we are and what we stand for. Purpose allows us to embrace vulnerability, which is essential for growth. Being vulnerable means opening ourselves up to the possibility of failure, but it also means embracing the possibility of success. When we have purpose, we are willing to take that leap of faith, knowing that the lessons learned along the way will lead us closer to our true calling. Whether it's speaking in public, starting a new venture, or confronting personal challenges, purpose empowers us to overcome fear and step forward into the future we desire. In the end, purpose doesn't eliminate fear, it teaches us to move through it. It becomes a powerful force that overrides our internal doubts and external challenges, enabling us to face life with greater courage and resilience. Fear no longer holds us back. It becomes a natural part of the journey we take toward fulfilling our purpose. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, purpose acts as a steady compass, guiding us through the confusion and helping us navigate life's complexities. Without purpose, we can easily find ourselves lost in a maze of distractions, following trends, responding to external pressures, and chasing fleeting goals that ultimately leave us feeling empty. Purpose, however, provides a clear and unwavering direction. It helps us prioritize what truly matters, steering us toward the goals, values, and relationships that align with our deepest aspirations. With purpose as our guide, we are better equipped to make decisions that reflect who we truly are, not who the world wants us to be. Think of purpose as a GPS system in a car. Without it, we can wander aimlessly, unsure of where we are or where we're headed. The road may be filled with options, but without a destination, every turn can seem like a detour, every decision unclear. With purpose, however, we know exactly where we're going, and every choice we make can be measured against that destination. It simplifies the noise and confusion of life, providing us with a framework for making choices that align with our long-term vision. Purpose also helps us navigate the inevitable challenges and setbacks that life throws our way. It provides a deeper reason to keep going when things get tough. Without purpose, difficulties can seem insurmountable, causing us to give up or lose hope. But when we are anchored in our purpose, challenges become part of the process, stepping stones that are necessary for growth. Purpose helps us see the bigger picture so we don't get bogged down by temporary struggles. We begin to understand that every hardship, no matter how painful, is helping to shape us into the person we are meant to become. There are countless examples of individuals whose purpose provided them with a clear sense of direction, even in the midst of uncertainty. Take, for instance, Thomas Edison, who faced countless failures while trying to invent the light bulb. Each failure could have been a reason to quit, but his sense of purpose, his desire to revolutionize the way people lived, kept him going. He didn't let obstacles derail him. He saw them as necessary steps in the journey toward his vision. Edison's purpose was so strong that it became the driving force behind his resilience, allowing him to stay on course despite the many setbacks he encountered. Psychological research also supports the idea that purpose provides a sense of direction. Dr. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, explored this concept in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl found that individuals who had a sense of purpose, whether through relationships, faith, or a greater mission, were more likely to survive the horrors of concentration camps. He argued that having a reason to live gives people the strength to endure even the most extreme conditions. Purpose becomes the internal compass that guides us through life's darkest moments, helping us find meaning even in suffering. When we have purpose, decisions become simpler. We no longer waste time on things that don't align with our values or vision. Whether we're choosing a career, deciding on a relationship, or figuring out how to spend our time, purpose provides clarity. It helps us evaluate opportunities based on their alignment with our greater mission. In this way, purpose acts not only as a compass, but as a filter, removing distractions and focusing our energy on what truly matters. The power of purpose lies in its ability to help us stay true to ourselves, even in the face of pressure or adversity. It serves as an anchor that keeps us grounded in our values, providing a sense of direction and focus as we navigate life's unpredictable journey. When we live with purpose, we are not merely reacting to life's circumstances, we are actively shaping our path, moving with intention toward the life we are meant to live. Purpose doesn't just help us survive, it helps us thrive. It is the steady hand that guides us, the light that leads us forward. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you were moving through life without really living? Have you ever wondered, why am I here? What am I meant to do? Let me tell you something, you're not alone. But today I want you to grab hold of a truth that has the power to change everything. Knowing your purpose is not just a good idea, it's the key that unlocks the door to your destiny. It's what turns ordinary existence into extraordinary living. And if you stay with me, by the time we're done, you'll not only understand why purpose matters, but also how it can transform every aspect of your life. Are you ready to discover the power within you? Purpose is the engine of life. It's what fuels our actions, determines our direction, and keeps us moving forward even when the path ahead feels uncertain. It is more than a vague idea or a lofty ambition. It is the foundation upon which a meaningful life is built. Without purpose, our days can feel like an endless cycle of tasks, leaving us wondering why we do what we do. But when we uncover our purpose, everything changes. Suddenly, our efforts have meaning, our struggles gain context, and our journey takes on a sense of clarity and significance. Consider the analogy of a ship. Without a destination, the ship drifts aimlessly, carried by the whims of the wind and waves. It may move, but it lacks direction. Purpose is the compass that points the ship toward its destination, ensuring that every movement serves a greater goal. With purpose, even the most challenging storms can be navigated because there is a clear understanding of where we are going and why it matters. Purpose is not confined to grand achievements or monumental successes. It is found in the small, consistent choices we make every day. It is in how we treat others, how we use our talents, and how we approach opportunities and challenges that life presents. Purpose does not always shout, it often whispers. It may not be instantly obvious, but it is always present, waiting for us to pay attention. When we are connected to our purpose, we experience a shift in perspective. Tasks that once felt mundane or burdensome take on new meaning. Work becomes more than just a job, it becomes a chance to contribute, to create, and to make a difference. Relationships become deeper and more fulfilling as we recognize their role in shaping us and allowing us to shape others. Even difficulties are transformed into opportunities for growth as they push us closer to the person we are meant to be. There are countless examples of individuals who found their purpose and allowed it to guide their lives, leading to extraordinary impact. Think of someone like Malala Yousafzai, who despite facing unimaginable challenges, found her purpose in advocating for education and equality. Her purpose gave her the strength to endure, the courage to speak, and the determination to inspire change. Her story reminds us that purpose is not reserved for the privileged or the powerful. It is available to anyone willing to seek it and live it. Scientific studies also reinforce the power of purpose. Research by Dr. Victor Strecker, a behavioral scientist, has shown that having a strong sense of purpose is linked to improved mental and physical health, greater resilience, and increased longevity. People with a sense of purpose are less likely to succumb to stress and more likely to pursue goals that bring fulfillment and joy. Purpose is not just an abstract concept, it is a practical tool that shapes our decisions, empowers us to overcome obstacles, and gives us a reason to keep moving forward. It reminds us that our lives are not random, that our efforts matter, and that we are part of something greater than ourselves. The question then is not whether purpose matters, it does. The question is whether we are ready to embrace it and let it guide us toward the life we were meant to live. Understanding your purpose is a journey into discovering who you truly are. It reveals the essence of your identity, stripping away the noise of societal expectations, external pressures, and the endless pursuit of validation. Your purpose is deeply personal, unique to you, and intrinsically tied to your identity. It is not something imposed on you. It is something that emerges from within, waiting for you to uncover it. The process of discovering your purpose is also the process of understanding yourself. Many people spend their lives trying to conform to what others expect of them. They shape their decisions, their careers, and even their relationships around external standards, hoping to gain approval or avoid rejection. Yet in this pursuit of pleasing others, they often lose sight of who they truly are. Purpose brings clarity in these moments of confusion. It acts as a mirror, reflecting your true self and reminding you that you are not defined by the opinions of others. Instead, you are defined by the unique combination of talents, passions, and values that make you who you are. When you understand your purpose, you are no longer swayed by every new trend or consumed by the need to fit into societal molds. You begin to see that your individuality is not a limitation but a strength. Purpose allows you to celebrate your uniqueness and step confidently into your identity. It frees you from the exhausting cycle of comparison and competition because you recognize that your path is yours alone. The connection between identity and purpose is profound. Take, for example, the story of Maya Angelou. Her life was filled with challenges and adversities, yet through writing, storytelling, and activism, she discovered her purpose. In embracing her unique voice and perspective, she not only transformed her own life, but also inspired millions worldwide. Her purpose became an extension of her identity, and through it she showed others the power of embracing who they are. Studies in psychology support the idea that a sense of purpose strengthens self-identity. Researchers like Dr. Michael Steger have found that people with a clear purpose in life tend to have higher levels of self-esteem and a stronger sense of self. This is because purpose provides a framework for understanding one's place in the world. It helps individuals align their actions and decisions with their core values, reinforcing a sense of authenticity and integrity. Purpose also shields you from the identity crisis that often arise in moments of transition or uncertainty. When life changes, whether through a career shift, a personal loss, or a new phase of life, purpose serves as an anchor. It keeps you grounded in who you are even as circumstances evolve. Without it, these moments can feel disorienting and overwhelming, but with it, they become opportunities for growth and realignment. Living with purpose is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more of who you already are. It is about peeling back the layers of doubt, fear, and pretense to uncover the truth of your being. When you embrace your purpose, you step into a life of authenticity where your actions, decisions, and relationships reflect your true self. Purpose aligns your identity with your daily life, creating a sense of harmony and fulfillment that cannot be achieved by external success alone. It is a reminder that who you are is enough and that who you are has the power to make a difference. When you understand your purpose, something remarkable happens. Pain transforms into a teacher rather than an adversary. Challenges, setbacks, and failures no longer feel like random, meaningless suffering. Instead, they take on a deeper meaning, becoming tools that shape you, refine you, and propel you forward. Purpose gives context to pain, making even the hardest experiences part of a larger story, one that is filled with growth, resilience, and triumph. Pain, when viewed through the lens of purpose, becomes a catalyst for personal evolution. It forces you to confront your limits, adapt to adversity, and dig deeper into your reserves of strength. Instead of being paralyzed by disappointment or hardship, you find the courage to ask, what is this teaching me? This shift in perspective is not about dismissing the reality of struggle, but about finding meaning in it. Purpose helps you see pain as a chapter, not the whole story, a necessary step in your journey, not the final destination. History is full of examples of people who turned their pain into purpose. Nelson Mandela, after spending 27 years in prison, emerged not embittered but emboldened, dedicating his life to reconciliation and justice. His purpose gave his suffering meaning, allowing him to channel his experiences into a legacy that transformed a nation. Similarly, Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychologist, wrote in his groundbreaking book, Man's Search for Meaning, that those who found purpose in their suffering were better able to endure even the most unimaginable hardships. Scientific research supports this idea as well. Studies in the field of positive psychology show that individuals who frame their struggles as part of a meaningful pursuit experience greater resilience and well-being. Purpose shifts the focus from why me to what can I learn from this. It empowers you to take ownership of your narrative, turning pain into a source of strength and wisdom. Purpose doesn't erase pain, but it redeems it. It transforms what could break you into what builds you, making every trial a stepping stone toward the life you are meant to live.